Well, we're at the easternmost end of the Spirit Trail in North Vancouver, looking down 3rd Street. I just pedaled up there, that's why I'm a little out of breath. I think the trail is going to continue on over 3rd, up through the woods there. There's kind of a path you might be able to see. You keep going on up 3rd that way. We're going to get on the Spirit Trail here and pedal this section through Moodyville Park to Lonsdale Quay. A lot of noise around here. Down below is the crane elevators and the port. There's a lot going on always around here. The trains are just down below the escarpment here too. Well, I'll show you the sign for the Spirit Trail here. So we're on our way on the Spirit Trail through Moodyville Park, heading towards Lonsdale Quay. They've done a nice job on this. It's not been around a long time, a year or so. Not very busy, this section. It ends up on 3rd. If you're biking, then you got some heavy traffic stuff to go through. Eventually, it'll go all the way behind us to Deep Cove, which would be just wonderful. Waiting for that. So it's a little bit hilly at times, but it's not bad. So we come out of this section in Moodyville Park, and we've got to go on the streets, but they're quiet streets for a while before we hook up with the next section of path. Oh, we've come out of Moodyville Park now, and we're going to turn left down on the 1st Avenue right here. We're on 2nd. The bike indicators say stay on 2nd, but I prefer jumping right down on the 1st. So first comes up to St. David's. And at the bottom of St. David's, the bike path starts again. Just before the bottom, actually, right here. That's the grain elevator, some more of them ahead of us. Your eye out for cars when you cross the road. So we're down much lower now on the waterfront in the Port of Vancouver. It's right off here, I'll show it to you. So we're looking off the Spirit Trail here after we come out of Mooneyville Park, looking at the city of Vancouver across Burrard Inlet. Ship at anchor off to the right, there always is. The rail yards are just down below us. And we'll continue on our way here. So there's little houses all along to the right here. They've been changed a lot with the building of this trail. And it used to be just all bush down here, and it was kind of grubby a bit. It's still a very quite noisy place to live, but I think the trail has improved the properties actually. Their gardens look down out onto the trail now. It's a bit more open for them looking out at the water. Well, the Spirit Trail is a bit spotty right here. Now we're out on the street again. I think it's going to go down here through that gate, but not yet. So we have to continue on here for a while. Coming onto Marine Drive, Esplanade right here actually. The lower level road goes back down to our left. Stay in the bike lane here. A lot of traffic coming up off lower level. This is actually the worst part. The Spirit Trail dumps you right out into this stuff. And they want you to go along Esplanade here. But we're not going to. When I can, I'm going to cross this. It's tricky though. Once we get across it, we're out of the traffic the rest of the way to Lonsdale Quay, rather than riding along with it. You actually do notice a change in air quality when you're riding beside a busy street. And now we're coming down onto the waterfront here. This is all C-span ahead of us. Sometimes you can get a great look at some of C-span's ships. They really are ships, the super yachts and so on. I'll just jog down there and see if there's any in there right now before we head on to the quay. Truck driver taking a leak. So these, the road to the grain elevators at Richardson Company, train off to the left here, waiting to be filled. Unfortunately, there's no boats in here right now, but this is where they come. If you're riding this section, it's worth a short detour to here, just to look out here, because often there'll be a super yacht at the dock here being worked on. You can get really close view of them. He is restoring some Pullman type railway cars off to the left. I've been doing that for a long time. He, I believe, is Dennis Washington, the son of the guy that started C-SPAN and Washington Group. So there's nothing down there today, so we'll continue on our way. Watch this corner here. Guys coming out from work tend to be going faster when they're coming out of work when they're going in. I'll zip around that corner pretty good sometimes. So it is worth that short detour down there just to see if any of the super yachts are in there. The Atessa 4 is over 300 feet, 100 meters. The other ones aren't quite super yachts, but they're getting up there, a couple of 100 feet. The Atessa, the Impromptu, and the Meduse, all lovely boats. We're heading back on our way to Lonsdale Quay here. Heading on our way to Lonsdale Quay. This is all C-SPAN cranes for shipbuilding. They got the contract from the Canadian government to build Coast Guard ships. And this is going to be a going concern here for the next 20 years or so. Sure. Also the Vancouver dry dock down to our left. Well, the Maritime Park is ahead of us. The atrium at the pier off to our right, condos for sale. The ship ahead of us is going to be part of the Maritime Museum. Don't know the whole history behind it. I believe it's a World War II ship that was built here. It's the stern of her. So we're coming down onto this Wallace Mews, the shipyard's waterfront development. They're having quite a bit of trouble with financing it. They want to create a nice public space here. Some of the super ships, yachts ahead of us, neither one of them are actually super yachts. The Atessa and the Meduse. Sea bus is coming across there. More of the city of Vancouver. This is the new pier off to our left here that's a public pier now. Sure what they call it, but it's in the shipyards. farmer's market down here some evenings. So we're nipping through the parking lot at the end of the shipyards there. This is Lonsdale Quay here. We come into a bus group. You gotta walk your bike through here. We're on bricks here. Once we leave the bricks, we're onto wooden planks and it gets really bumpy. I'm gonna walk my bike and take the camera off. Oh, there's the Meduse and the Tessa at the C-span docks. So we walk through the quay. Nice little place to pick up sushi there if you like. A tiny little one, Little Tokyo I think it's called. And then we'll come out the other side. So that's the first part of the trip. Okay, we've come out of Lonsdale Quay now. We'll continue on the Spirit Trail in North Vancouver. It's supposed to dismount on this little section just up to where the buoy is ahead of us. Waterfront Park. Oh, this is a nice section all along here. All along the water. Lonsdale Quay to Mosquito Creek. We're going in front of the BCIT Marine Campus now. Mosquito Creek Arena ahead of us there. Marina. And now we come onto the last section of trail along the waterfront to Mosquito Creek. Then you have to go up and go around Mosquito Creek and Burrard Yacht Club. Several different routes you can do around that. And then you come back down onto the Mosquito Creek Trail, or the Spirit Trail. So this is the end of the trail until you come out the other side of Burrard Yacht Club.